called an item. Const item, just like we did for the image. We're going to do styled. We're passing it a paper. And we'll do a theme here. Open parentheses, open curly brackets. I'm getting an error here because I did not import paper. So let's do that now. And for my item element, I'm going to give it theme, typography, body 2, padding, theme. I'm gonna give it a spacing of 2, spacing 2. We're going to text align. We're gonna do that to the left, and we're gonna give it a color, theme, palette. Our theme palette is going. We're gonna get the text palette, and it's going to be secondary. I'm getting an error here because I did not throw a comma. All right. Okay. I'm gonna need a couple of things from my props. Before I, let's get it from props. I'm going to, let's do props. I'm gonna do handle change. All right. I'm going to do params, and I'm gonna do generate name. Generate name, that's gonna be a function. I'm gonna get those from props, and also I'm going to need const nationality, gender, name. Gonna do include last name, and all of that is going to be extracted from my params. Param short for parameter. All right. So instead of a div, I'm gonna go with a box, and I'm gonna give my box some styling. We do some inline styling with Material UI. Instead of this, we just do SX. All right. So we're gonna give it a flex grow of 1, a padding of 2, position. Okay. Gonna give it a position absolute. The reason we're gonna do position absolute is because we want this is gonna be our form, and we want it to be on top of our image. We don't want it to be at the bottom, so it's gonna be an overlay. All right. Position is going to be, whoops, why did I spell position like that? Absolute. We're gonna position it at the bottom. We're gonna give it a 10 view height position, and to the left, we're gonna give it a 10 view width. And then as far as the actual width itself, let's say 80% of the view width, and we're going to sum it up with a margin of 0. And that is our box. Why is this here? Expression expected. Oh, position. I misspelled position. That's what's throwing errors here. Yeah, I know. Let's X that out for now because it's gonna throw some errors. All right, and within our box, we're gonna get a grid system. So container spacing, we're gonna go with 2. All right. So the first grid item is going to be the full width. If it's on a small screen, but if it's on a medium or higher, we're gonna give it 4 columns. All right. And here is our item. This item that we created here from a paper with some styling. Yeah, that's what we're using here. So our item, we're gonna give it a form control component of field set. And our form label. Our form label is going to be aligned to the left. Can't spell to save my life. Aligned to the left. And component legend. I am legend. And gender. Actually, so we could see. Let's get rid of this closing tag here. I want you guys to see everything. And our radio group, our radio group, we wanted to align horizontally, so we're gonna give it a row attribute. Pretty simple. All right. If we're being compliant, we gotta give it a label for screen readers. So area label. We're gonna say gender. Wait, I closed this here a little bit too early. Yeah, gender, default value, we're gonna give that male. We're gonna give it a name, male. We're not gonna pass the value for it yet, and we're not going to pass a method. So the value, okay, value, it should be gender, and we should be pulling that from here. But as we know, because we haven't defined, actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. Yeah, this is a little trick. Params. We're gonna do params is equal to an empty object, so that way now we can, and actually, yeah, to prevent any errors for now, we're gonna do anonymous function for handle changes and for the generate name function, we're also going to pass it an anonymous function as well. So that way we can use it. It's not going to do anything unless I pass it here in demo form. But at least for now, it's not going to trigger any errors. So if I save and reload, you see it's not giving me any errors. But just quick example, if I do this, here's my error. If I put it back, save and reload, no error. All right, so as you notice, I've got my label here. It's already showing. It's my label. This item, this right here, is this entire thing right here. All right, so we have the label displaying. Now we need to pass the radio buttons. Oh, before I do anything, let's pass the function on change. I'm going to pass handle change. And now we're moving on to the radio buttons. With Material UI, it's going to be a form control label, because the radio buttons need a label. Value, let's do male. All right, and control, actually don't want it to go too far to the right. We're gonna pass it a radio. That's how we're doing that. We're gonna pass it a radio, and label is going to be male. And then this is gonna be a self-closing tag. Let's select this, hold Shift Alt and press the down arrow one time, and then we're going to let's do capital here. I'm gonna do female and female. All right, now you'll notice over here, save, I'm getting my buttons. All right, next thing we're going to do is we are pretty much going to do the same thing for the nationality. So let's select